Well, property prices are tipped to keep falling over the coming months, but this morning there's a new warning for buyers hoping to cash in on the decline. They're being warned there will be less choice in the market as many homeowners hold off on selling.
And here to explain in the studio is National Editor of Domain, Alice Stoltz. Nice to see you in here this morning, Alice. So the market is cooling, right? How long are you expecting that to last for?
Look, it's a really hard thing to predict in terms of time. But when we look at historical data, we can actually see that the downward turns last less than the upward swings. So the good news is the bad times won't last forever if you are a homeowner. So what we're seeing when we look at this data on the screen here, we can basically see downturns are shorter than what the upward swings are when we look at Sydney historically. So I suppose what I'm trying to say is that when we look at past data about it, we can actually see it's not going to go forever, but people have to hold out knowing that we're in a peak, we're in a trough, and the peak will come eventually. Okay, but when it is...
And we don't know how deep it's going to go either. You can look at the market and go, OK, well, we know there aren't going to be flooded... there aren't going to be housing flooding the market, are there? Or is that going to, or could that happen maybe in a year or 2 years' time when the stress builds up?
Look, at the moment, people are trying to sort of pick the bottom of the market. If you want to do that, good luck to you. However, it's a risky business because we know in the months to come, many homeowners who don't have to sell will hold off listing their property. So basically what's going to happen is we're going to have less stock. So you might be able to get it for a cheaper price, but will you have the choice available today? So you need to work out, I suppose, if you are a buyer, are you driven by price or type of property?
And I think the way that people are selling too has changed. I was reading over the weekend that less people are going to auction at the moment.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So sometimes there are less auctions in downward times of market. Now, agents, if you've got an agent who sort of got you at a bit of a putting you in a corner, many will actually avoid going to auction in a down market because they don't sort of want to have the theatrics and the transparency of an auction. So sometimes I'll box a buyer in and say, let's put your offer in early before auction, basically. So we're seeing less auctions. However, some, if it's a good property, they will absolutely sell.
OK, they're the listings there on the screen.
Yeah, so you can see that we're seeing listings go down in Sydney at the moment, but you look at places like Tassie, I mean, that market is still on
Hobart.
fire. I mean, Hobart is absolutely punching well above its weight there, isn't it? But you can see that we're starting to see the impact of sellers actually thinking, I'm going to hold off before the market dips further.
All right.